we think the liquidity will likely go to the equity market. I mean, the government has cracked down on the property market. Property has always been a favorite option for investment for the past decade. But recently in Shenzhen, where the property price went up quite a bit, the government came out surprisingly fast and went very harshly against the property price inflation in Shenzhen. So that sent a very strong signal to investors: don't speculate in the property market. And the equity became the only option available for the general public. So we still think that there's probably more upside in the Shanghai, in the onshore equity market in China.
And then, considering the equity markets, do you expect any more government-led reforms or restructuring to the equity markets to encourage more domestic capital to flow that way?
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to the policy tones from the central government, from the regulators, they have been supportive. They have been trying to create, they did some structural reforms for the equity market, and also, reading between the lines, I think they welcome a quote-unquote slow bull market. They try not to sort of repeat the mistake they did in 2015, allow the leverage to build up too much, and they hope this kind of rally can go on for more than a year or even longer. They are doing the things, right things, I believe, in the long term for the equity market.
Okay, Zhiwei, good morning. Tanveer joining in this conversation. You have said in your notes that US-China relations are likely to get worse leading into US elections going forward from here. What would qualify as worse at this stage? Does it mean falling apart of the phase one deal that comes up for negotiations end of this week? And, we look at officially forced delistings of Chinese tech companies in the US?
Yeah, so I think the trade deal, there will be a review coming very soon. We think the trade deal will continue to hold, and it's for the best interest for both parties. I think it's also on the U.S. side, they hope China to buy more from the U.S. To help the presidential election as well. That side, I think there will be maybe a positive development, just keeping it on track. But I think there probably more on the other fronts. We've seen the closure of the consulate. We've seen the Clean Network program, and nowadays almost like a weekly routine that we hear something negative about bilateral relations. And I think investors in general are bracing for more negative shocks, in the next few months when leading to the U.S. presidential election.